Oh, Robert.
Welcome to Vancouver.
Thank you. You alone?
Just to meet you, mate.
Well, where's the DIM? Where's your protection? These guys are killers.
Yeah, well, tell me about it. But a deal's a deal.
What do you mean a deal? A deal with whom?
With Luke. Now, let's get back to the hotel. Come on.
Oh, Robert, I'm glad you're here.
Well, everything seems to be under control, sweetheart. Where's Luke? Getting dressed?
Oh, no, he stepped downstairs for just a moment. He'll be right back.
You said he'd be here.
He will be here. Oh, Nanny, sorry. This is Captain Ramsey of the Port Charles Police Department.
How do you do?
Ma'am, are you sure that Luke Spencer is coming back here?
Oh, you have my word on it, Captain.
Nanny always keeps her word.
I hope so. Oh, Miss Sutton.
Hello,
It's
Captain.
been a long time. I must say that I never expected to see you again.
Well, I hope you're pleasantly surprised.
In this case, yes, because Scorpio here told me that you helped get the money back.
It happens to be the truth.
It's the only thing that saved you, Miss Sutton. Helping to get that money back for the people of Port Charles.
I would hate to see any of those people lose anything because of me.
Oh? Then why did you sign that check?
Because Oliver put a gun to her father's head.
And committing a crime under duress isn't a crime.
Look, don't
No,
give me
was
that,
it?
Bert.
Hey!
No, Robert. Are you pursuing a line of questioning, Captain? Or are you just trying to be insulting?
Well, I'm just trying to pass the time.
Then may I suggest you find a more pleasant way of passing the time?
You may suggest it.
You don't like me very much, do you?
Miss Sutton, I really don't know you well enough to like you or to dislike you. But I don't like what you are.
Not what I am, what I was.
Well, only time will tell that.
I don't owe you an apology, but if it'll make you feel any better, I do regret very much what happened.
Well, that's nice. Does your father regret it, too? I assume that he is here.
He's in the other room resting. I'd rather not disturb him until we have to.
Well, as long as I'm calling the roll, how about Luke Spencer? This lady here, Nanny, is it?
Yes.
She said that Luke went downstairs and he'll be right back here. Do you agree with that?
Captain Ramsey, no one is deceiving you. Not
Well,
anymore.
I'm relieved to hear that. Oh, look who's here.
Robert,
What's wrong, mate?
small problem. I just was down at the car. The money's gone.
Are you talking about the money?
Yeah, Bert, the money, all of it.
Where was it?
Locked in the car park
The
downstairs.
car's still there, man. It doesn't even look like it's been broken into.
It wasn't.
What? What do you mean?
Watch. Voila. Every dime.
Well,
You have an explanation for this?
Sure. Well, I got a bit worried about it in the middle of the night, so I went down and got it. I just didn't want to disturb you.
Disturb me? You took 10 years off a life that can't spare them.
Hey, look, I didn't want to do that. But it seemed like a good idea at the time. Besides, you never can be sure who's going to run off with the Bentley.
It was a great...
now, let's get back on the track. The money is here. The next step is your father. You said he's here in the room?
Yes, he's in that room there, resting.
Well, I'm afraid he's going to have to wake up.
But he's a very sick man.
Whether he is sick or not, he is still wanted by the district attorney in Port Charles.
Isn't there anything you can do? Like you helped me. Couldn't you just do something, please?
Thank you.
Captain Ramsey, I realize that the district attorney back in Port Charles isn't willing to make any kind of a deal concerning my father. But we're not in Port Charles. We're not even in the United States.
I don't know what you're getting at.
I'm not sure I do either.
Well, what I'm trying to say is maybe Captain Ramsey would allow my father to stay here if that's what he wants to do.
Look, love, we'd all like to help your father, really. But, I don't think you understand quite the position the captain's in here.
Which I can explain for myself, thank you, Robert. Young lady, I may be a captain, but when it comes to the bottom line, I'm still a cop. Which means that I don't make the laws, I enforce them. It also means that I don't make deals, the district attorney does. I just do what he tells me to do.
What if you came here to Vancouver and you couldn't find my father?
Well, I would just stay here until I did. That's rather academic, isn't it? You said he's sleeping in the next room, which means I have found him.
And you must take him back?
I must enforce the law. He is wanted in Port Charles. My job, the only job I have, incidentally, is to bring him back to face charges.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Sure.
What if he refuses to go?
Be very silly of him, Luke. All I would do is call the local authorities, the DIM, Tell them that I am here to pick up an alleged criminal so that he can face trial. I'm sure all they would do is help me do my job.
And we all know what wonderful cooperation there is on both sides of the border.
That's right.
All right, let me, just one more shot in the dark. What if you call and tell him the truth? That you found him, that he's very ill. Do you think on that basis maybe they'll reconsider a deal with him?
All of that was known before I came here. The district attorney agreed, because of her help in returning the money, that he would give Holly immunity. As far as her father, no deal. I can't call him now and ask him to change his mind.
But it's different.
Look, let me warn you. Luke, don't try to prevent me from taking him back, because if you do, I'll call the DIM and they'll stop you.
I think we understand that.
Good.
There's not one thing you're willing to do to help him? Nothing at all?
It has nothing to do with my willingness. I'm here to do a job. And my job is to take your father back to Fort Charles. I think most of you people know I can be as patient as the next man, but it's time that we got moving.
Okay. What do you want to do first?
Well, isn't that rather obvious? I came all this way to take Charles Sutton back with me, and even though he's ill, that's what I have to do. Which room did you say he's in?
Right here, Captain.
Father, you shouldn't be out of bed.
Captain Ramsey, I'm sorry I can't say that I'm delighted to see you, but it doesn't seem appropriate at the moment.
Well, we all have to do jobs that we don't enjoy. How are you feeling?
Oh, quite well, thank you.
That's not true. He's very ill.
Never mind, Luke. I know what I must do.
Oh, no.
Nanny, it's all right, I assure you. Captain,
Yes.
may I ask a favor? A great favor. I'd like to have a few moments alone with my daughter.
I have no objection to that.
We'll go into the bedroom if you don't mind. I assure you I have no intention of trying a daring escape.
Go right ahead.
Thank you.
Father, you look so pale. Can I get you anything?
Darling, it's a little late for remedies. What I hope is that you'll just listen and try to understand.
Of course.
You know, at my age, a man has a way of looking back to the past. I think that's the difference between the young and the old. The young, like you, look forward so eagerly to tomorrow. I tend to look to the past and remember yesterday.
I remember yesterday's, too. With you.
Do you? I wonder if you know how much that means to me to hear you say that. Because when I look at my yesterdays and today and sum up the present and all the past, I realize only one thing, that I'm blessed. Doubly blessed, because I've had a daughter like you. I want you to know that, dear. My life has been strange. But because of you, there's so much in it that I treasure.
I treasure you.
Do you? Oh, darling, that's reassuring, too. Because I haven't given you a good life. And I know that. More than anyone. Do you forgive me?
Forgive you? I'm grateful for every moment we've had together.
For the good and the bad?
All of it.
Darling, that helps, too. More than you know. Because now, at last, I finally see that all my yesterdays and today and my future now all meld into one.
I've loved every minute of my life with you. I still do. It's not over.
Darling, let's just say it's come to an impasse. A little more than that. For many years, so many years, I thought that that a man didn't have to pay for his wrongdoings. Not all men, certainly not me. But I was wrong, Holly. I do have to pay, same as any other man. Darling, I want to ask one more thing of you.
Anything.
Know that I pay willingly, even gladly. Because at least you will not have to pay, too.
I would pay, too.
No, darling. This I must do alone. I'd like to think that somehow you're still beside me.
Oh, I will be always.
That's all I wanted to hear. Come on. Was it you, Annie?
Wait a minute. I love you.
Holly.
Captain,
Yes, sir.
ready when you are.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
All right, everything's ready, Robert.
Thanks, darling.
Holly, all set?
I'll just go and call Father. Father? Oh, I was just coming to get you. You shouldn't be lifting
Oh,
me.
no, darling, I'm quite all right. Now, remember, you be strong.
I'll try.
Well, Nanny, I guess this is goodbye.
Take care of my girl, Luke.
You can count on it.
I'll give these to the security guard outside.
All right, bud.
Nanny, I'm
Yeah,
going to
fellas,
miss
what
you
you say?
so much.
I'm going to think about you every minute, dear.
Bye, Nanny.
Bye, Charlie.
Come on, we all set, folks?
Okay.
Come on.
Let's go right now, Captain.
All right. Hook, what's it? Charles, grab it.
Oh, no.
I got it. Catch. Holly, get a doctor.
Look at him, Captain. He can't possibly leave here.
Now, just calm down. Don't everybody get excited. Take it easy.
Father.
Look at this, Captain. He can't go anywhere.
Luke, I understand that. But the rest of us are still going. I'll call the DIM, and they can send an ambulance, and we'll put Charles in a hospital under a security guard. Nanny? Yes. Can you stay here with him until the hospital ambulance gets here?
Of course, but let me put a pillow under his head.
All right, Luke. Miss Sutton, come on. We can't wait another minute. We've got to go. I'll call the DIM from downstairs.
All right, come on, let's go.
I can't leave him. I can't possibly
You
leave him.
can, darling, and you must. Danny will be right here with me, won't you?
Of course.
Holly,
Captain's waiting, Holly.
Holly, come on. Come on, darling. It'll be all right.
I'll call a doctor, Charles. Everything's going to be fine.
I know, Nanny. Now, everything will be fine.
Well, folks, we may as well wait right here till they call our flight. It should only be another minute or two.
I can't help but think about my father. Anything could have happened by now.
We take it easy. Nanny's with him. You heard Bert call the DIM. I'm sure he's on his way to the hospital by now. He'll be fine.
Your attention, please. Flight 861 is now ready for boarding at gate number 45. Please have your boarding passes ready as you board the plane. Flight 861 is now ready for boarding at gate number 45.
That's us, folks.
Bert, can you give us 1 minute? We'll meet you at the gate.
Oh, come on now, Luke. Don't pull anything now.
Bud, you can trust him.
All right, a minute.
That's all I need. Thank you.
We'll wait for you at gate 45.
Okay.